Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online, easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts, Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert, Adam Duran, answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
All right. How's your week going?
Going good? Going good. I saw a Valkyries game last night. Wow.
The movie with Tom Cruise?
I don't think so. It's a basketball team in San Francisco, Jamie.
Tom Cruise plays for the Valkyries?
I think he would get stopped. No way. These ladies know how to play. They know how to play basketball, Jamie.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
It was great. It was great. And it does connect a little to our podcast today because they're very fast.
Okay.
And speed matters. Today, we're going to talk about the speed of your website and how important it is and the things that you can do to make it as quick as possible, because wow, if your website doesn't load quickly, you're going to suffer, and you're going to suffer in a multitude of ways. One, Google's not going to like that website so much, and two, your customers or potential customers who visit that site, they're going to leave. So very, very important for you as a business owner. As one of the things you get to worry about in your online presence, this is another one. So today's going to be, we're going to hit the big ones, how to fix them. And it's not going to make you go nuts. I promise. Okay.
All right.
First thing you're going to do, why is this so important? And why do we want to talk about this is that Google does use your page speed, the time that it takes for a viewer to look at your web, to see the whole page. It does use that speed as a ranking factor. Luckily, because you're a local business, you don't need to outrank the whole of the internet. You only need to outrank your local competition. Wherever your business, your locations are, that's who you're competing with in this race. Okay, so don't worry about it too much, but understand it is a very important ranking factor, and you just need to outrank your local competition. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So the other thing you should be aware of is that the mobile speed is most important. So Google and most of your users, obviously, if you know anything about the internet, and you can check this up, by the way, most of the internet it's got to be 65-35 with mobile users using and visiting your site at that percentage. So making sure that your site loads quickly for mobile users should be a priority. All right.
Yep.
All right. So how do you know if your site is slow or fast? You're going to go to Google PageSpeed Insights, and you can drop your website into that Google PageSpeed Insights and just press Analyze, and it will cycle through. It'll search and it'll download your site and everything, and then it'll give you a score. It'll give you a mobile score and a desktop score, and it's 1 to 100. And yeah, you want your desktop and mobile score to be as close to 100 as you can get. So there are a ton of things that influence this, but today we'll just talk about the two that I always see. And that is, one, unoptimized images. So those images that are on your website, if it's an image or a video, wow. If you don't optimize those images, they can kill the download speed of your website.
Wow.
So, and it's tough because when you, as the owner, go to that web page, when you go to any web page, your browser caches those images. It saves those images on your computer, so the next time you go back to that website, it can just instantly call those images back up. So it speeds up for you. But for a new user who has never visited your site, that cache doesn't exist. So you have to understand that even when your website is being built for you or something, and you go there and you're like, wow, this is lightning fast, this is great. Understand that it's most likely your browser has saved those images for you. because you've been there before, right? So if you're in that position, you want to look at your website in an incognito window, or incognito window is the only way you're going to do that. So do that, and that way you can force that website to load like it does for first-time users for you. Okay. But in any case, go back to Google PageSpeed Insights and check your numbers. All right, Jamie?
Yep. Sounds good.
Easy so far? All right. So the first thing with images, you're going to notice when you go to Google PageSpeed Insights, there's another one that I like to use. Let me see. What was that called? It is called. The other one that I like to use is a webpagetest.org. This will also check the speed of your site, and it'll let you choose where the site is going to be accessed from, which is also really cool. And it also give you a report. Same with Google PageSpeed Insights. The two biggest things that are almost always in there are images, like I said, and your hosting. So images. Google PageSpeed Insights will break down the images on your site and say which ones are giant and which ones are not. To make those smaller, you can go to tinypng.com and you can upload the originals of those images, and it will take those images and compress them down, and it's free. So check it out. You can do a bunch of those of images, especially on your homepage. You want to make those as small as possible, but also understand you want to make them still look good. So this is a great tool for you to use. You can also do this yourself manually in Canva by choosing different sizes and resolutions of the image. Test them that way if you want. But for me, I like the tinypng.com as my choice. Okay?
Yep.
So far, so good? Easy?
So far, so good. Yeah.
All right. The other thing you're going to do, and this is the rough one, is understand that when you're looking for a host, website hosting, if you type in website hosting, you're going to be seeing hosting ads for the next month. This is a big business, and there are tons of companies trying to get your money. Why do you think that is, Jamie?
Because that's how they stay in business.
Yeah, well, yes, and everyone loves mailbox money. And when you buy a website host, from a hosting company, basically as long as your business is in existence, it's going to need that hosting service. So they know that once they hook into most customers, you're just going to be there, because it can be a hassle to move. But they also know that, they don't have to do much to provide that service. And they can charge you anywhere from $5 to $50. And so that's a big spread. So when you're choosing a host, here's my big ways to choose a host, right? So make sure that it is a WordPress focused hosting service. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. So when you do that, so that's step one. Step two, what I always like to do is see if you can contact them. I know it's crazy in this day and age, but they should have a way to contact them, and that way should be convenient for you. So for me, I like those chat interfaces as long as I can get to somebody who can actually answer a question. But understand that when you go to the big ones, the big boys in this sector for hosting, a lot of times, weirdly, you can't talk to anyone, or they only talk to you by email. And so that gives you a little window into that company and how, once you are their customer, how they're going to treat you. Because in this website world, basically you get what you pay for. And if you don't have an ability to reach out to their customer service because you're trying to fix a problem that's dealing with hosting, then your life it becomes super annoying. And then you question why you are paying so much. So make sure that you check for a managed WordPress hosting. And then the number two thing is, what I always like to do is see if I can contact somebody in customer support, ask them questions that like how much, what plans do they offer you? What makes their service better than any others? Can they give you a page on that they host that you can go and test it. So you can go to Google PageSpeed Insights and drop that link to that website that's on their service, so you can test it. Because wow, when it's bad, it gets really bad, and just it really is uncomfortable when we get a client and they're like, "Yeah, we paid for 5 years ahead of time,"
Oh boy.
and
Sounds
you're like,
fun.
"But you chose one of the worst hosts in existence," and they're like, "Yeah,
It was cheap.
yeah, it was cheap." And then they had great reviews. And then you're like, "But they don't do managed WordPress." And then they say to you, "Well, yeah, they offer that as an upgrade." And then you go, "Okay, well, how much is the upgrade?" And then they say a number that knocks your socks off. You have, unfortunately, you've chosen one that we don't appreciate very much, and it happens all the time. So in the show notes, I'll list a few of my favorites. These are kind of my personal ones. They will not be affiliate links or anything like that. They're just, you can go there, check them out, choose which one, do the things that I just said, see if they have customer support. I know it's crazy, but I have spent time trying to get anyone on a customer support for hosting for a client. And it's not fun. So
No.
those are the two big ones though, Jamie. So images and hosting. So faster sites, it's going to boost your ranking. Faster site, it's going to boost your form submissions. And faster site, it's going to be built, growing, helping your business grow. So it's a no-brainer to make this one of the things that you set up correctly at the very beginning, or moved to them. Many of these managed WordPress places, these hosting companies, they'll help you transfer your site to their hosting for free. So take advantage of that. And for those who have, they bought 5 years in advance, I'm sorry, man. It is a bite the bullet kind of thing now.
You just 5 years.
No, so this can be like, it will hurt the business so much that maybe they won't last 5 years.
Oh.
Because if you're on a website hosting platform that shares your space with other websites, it will slow yours down too. And to speeds where during the busiest times of the day as a local business, you need that site accessible. Yeah, it'll not help at all. It'll actually hurt, because your business won't be visible because of this one crucial factor, which is site speed.
Got it.
Boom. That's all I got, Jamie.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Adam. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your advice. And most of all, we appreciate you saving us all this money and making us all this money instead of saving. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please share it out to anyone that has a small business or a small local business, even better. Our podcast, Local SEO in 10. Give us 5 stars wherever you're listening to it. Give us a few words of encouragement. Goes a long way to keeping Adam motivated to continue this podcast, which I'm sure he's going to do anyway. And then if you have a question about this podcast, go to our website, magnifiedmedia.net, click on the podcast button, go ahead and put in those search terms, and then chances are there's at least 2 or 3 podcasts that are discussing this topic. And then if not, go to our Facebook or LinkedIn page, Local SEO in 10, send us a message there, and we will try to get to that topic in an upcoming podcast. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Adam, and we will talk to you next week.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.